associate math with?
Red.
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 Yeah, red.
Let me see that. Red and green.
Red and green? What about science? Yellow.
Green or yellow.
English?
Green, yellow.
It's a live stream?
Purple.
No.
English.
Yes, it's a live.
I was gonna say blue.
English, you know, that's weird. I do English red. And then math, I do blue. Science, I do green. Huh? But that's how it is.
Inside, don't worry, everybody sees you, but nobody's out there, it's just people. We know you famous, brother.
Not you wanna be seen.
He wants to. He wants to sing. So are you all up in that hype of social media, want to be seen all the time?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't post.
You don't post?
Heck no. I wanna get famous overnight and then become a superstar.
You think you got camera like that?
Okay.
I'm playing. I'm playing. That was me.
I agree.
Jason's always mean.
This is not the case, but always me.
I say the truth.
The truth, ooh, depends on who's truth. Let's get all philosophical with it.
Don't you teach a class like that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love reverting back to that country too. Yes, I do. Damn, everything went offline.
Where did y'all wanna be when y'all was little?
Here.
TikTok wasn't even a thing when we were.
I wanted to write books.
I want to be an astronaut.
A lawyer.
I'm still
gonna be a lawyer.
Yeah, I wanted to write books, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that changed.
Man, I wanted to be
I
a,
wanted to be an astronaut, then I wanted to be a doctor.
Astronaut?
I wanted to be a police officer, then I wanted to be a teacher, then I wanted to be a psychologist.
Yeah.
And then, there were some other things down the line. I wanted to do everything. No. Let's say,
Definitely wanted to.
Now it's
be a
politics,
scientist.
though.
I don't know where the hell that came from.
you said you're gonna do what?
Be a scientist, I don't know where that came from.
Oh, I can't, that's why I'm still avoiding my 2 science classes that I gotta take.
I'm getting. What you gotta say? All the way.
All right, everyone, we are ready to go now.
Biology, physical science.
I'm in physical science right now. It's interesting.
Okay, state and local government federalism. Now, you all had US government. Make me proud today.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, shit, please.
Freshman year, first.
Can somebody tell me what is federalism? Federalism.
Don't talk to me.
Brooklyn, don't disappoint me, you actually had to write a paper about this.
Did I really?
Yes, and what
Felix,
did I?
Okay,
Oh, yeah, we would.
you never gave me a bad grade, don't do that.
I said you did all. Anybody tell me what federalism is?
It's really been to.
No? Yeah.
Just one minute, I can look it up for you.
It's a system of government. Yes.
Federal.
Yeah,
Federal.
it's a system of government. Don't use Google, don't use Google. Ism, it's a ism.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's?
All right, today what we're going to do, we're gonna talk about federalism, and your book mentions federalism in many ways, but in order to understand it, I gotta refresh your memory about certain things, how governments are designed. So I'm gonna take you into the different types of government, and then we're going to the different systems of government today. And that will give you a good refresher of what federalism is. So let's start with the different types of government that's out there. If this works, no one. Anarchy. Authoritarian. Democracy. Monarchy. Oligarchy. Republican, theocracy, and totalitarian. Those are the type of governments that currently exist in the world, except one of these on this list don't have an active government today. Can you tell me which one does not have an active government representative today?
And olive cards.
Theocracy, no, theocracy has several active governments.
Anarchy.
Anarchy, no, there are several failed states.
I give up. What the last one?
Which one?
Totalitarian.
Totalitarian, oh, there
The
is,
same thing. I give up.
The second one.
I have no idea.
it's the most obvious one, but I mean, it's not obvious, but it's the one that you'll never think.
Monarchy.
Republican exists, monarchy exists.
Oh.
Republican government exists.
But which do we?
Democracy.
Oh.
No, I thought you said theocracy.
I said democracy, I said first.
Okay, my bad, I thought you said theocracy. My bad, you know, sometimes old man here, it happens. Wait until your asses hit 50.
Huh?
And there's an echo. I don't care if it's recorded. But the fact is, democracy is the one government that does not exist on this planet right now. Even though it's a form of government that we have in this world that was formed by human beings, it doesn't exist today. So let's get it all started. Can somebody read that one for me?
The first type of government is no government at all. Anarchy is a form of governmental existence that has no order, justice, or law. Anarchy usually occurs when a government has fallen due to mismanagement, corruption, rebellion, or during a period of transition from one government to another. The term failed state is used to describe the existence of anarchy.
Okay, so in my US government class, I teach from John Locke because I am a student of John Locke. And there is something called a state of nature. State of nature is the pure state of freedom where you can do anything you want to, no matter what, there's no accountability at all. Also, in a state of nature, which has a pure state of freedom, it's called a state of equality. State of equality simply means that whatever God, nature, or whatever gave me, gave you, we are considered equal in that state. That means we can equally compete for any resources out there. However, we know that some people are more equal than others in getting resources. And when that happens, of course, since there is no accountability, you can wipe out the other person and take that resource. So that's what that is. Now, with that said, anarchy is the closest state or closest government to a state of nature, where there is no accountability at all. Can someone do me a favor, look up Google and type in what is the number of failed states in the world? Or that's existing right now. How many are there? How many failed states are out there right now?
Except this was the closest one.
State of nature. John Locke's state of nature.
Gonna have to do some digging here, I see.
Yeah, cause. Oh, wait, it's giving us the country. It's giving you countries, it's not giving states.
Okay, well, countries are states, remember?
Oh, yeah, right, you're right, you're
It's a government.
right. There's Somalia. Yemen, South Sudan, DR Congo, Yemen,
Okay. That's four countries.
Haiti, Mali, Central Africa Republic.
Did they say Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Oh, Afghanistan, Haiti, Central African Republic,
You already said-
DR Congo.
you already said that.
Syria,
Oh, well, 1, 2, 3,
South
4, 5,
Africa.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only 10.
Libranian,
What's they top 10?
Libranian.
God, did we say,
Yeah. Let me just look at the
Yeah.
list.
we say Cameroon?
Okay.
Chad.
Venezuela,
15,
Ethiopia,
16,
Turkey,
Nigeria,
Russia,
Cambodia, Niger,
Now, we can take,
Iraq, there's a lot of these.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
now, some of those, that's an old list, so we take the ones that we do know that are existing states out, there should be 13. 13 lawless states or countries.
Lawless?
Lawless.
Wow.
There's no accountability, it's a pure state of nature. Look up state of nature, what's the definition of a state of nature?
You said what?
State of nature. Somebody read it for me. when we got it.
In a uncivilized or uncultivated state. And then the other one says totally naked.
What we make it. Means there is nothing at all of a structure of justice and security. Countries or states, however you want to put it, civilizations, societies cannot exist without security, without laws, without organization. If they don't have it, they are failed, and they will live in a state of anarchy. A system that has no accountability at all. So when you hear somebody say, oh, I want anarchy, no, they don't want to. Because the moment anarchy is here, I can bust you in the head and take everything you have. And who's gonna do what? The only accountability for that is you, the person I assaulted.
Right.
But if I assault you, you haven't seen me and you're dead, how am you gonna keep me accountable? You're not going to do it. And that's it. That's it. And that's the first type of government. Y'all ready for the next one?
Question,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Always ask Ms. Spivey. I expect you to ask. If you don't ask, I'll be mad.
So like anarchy, is this what like France and all them used to do?
France has been in a state of anarchy at least since the birth of the United States about 7 times, yes.
Okay.
Or
And
small
going back to
periods of time.
Hamilton.
Yes, France.
It's still not like that, right?
No.
You know, they have government.
But it's gonna be pretty damn close after the last couple of months of the level of demonstrations that they're having there.
What's an example like that right now?
Right now,
Mhm.
the best example that I can come up is Chad, Libya, Ethiopia,
I visited there.
Haiti.
Yeah.
Haiti is if you want an example on this side of the earth, is a damn good example, unfortunately. And a lot of that's the fault of the United States, but that's where international relations goes. Because we don't get deep in that. Sudan, Yemen, and that is also being caused by the United States and Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia invaded Yemen with the support of the United States. I'm not trying to hate on my country. I love my country, but we do some nasty shit. Let's just be real. Afghanistan is a good example, but it's beginning to turn into something else, which we'll discuss here real soon.
Afghanistan's
Some parts of China are beginning to do that, but it's because of the Chinese are rounding up certain ethnic groups and putting them in re-education camps. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, people that it's something else. And believe it or not, this period in history is the one period in history where we are at our less violent. We're most secure at this point in history than any other time in human history. There's less violence going on right now. It doesn't seem that way, but yeah. I mean, there were one time within just 40 years ago, there were at least 120 wars going on. Full-fledged wars throughout the world. Now that's down to about 15. And how many of you guys know about the civil war that's going on in Mexico right now? Against the cartels. That's an open war, and no one talks about it. And yes, they're coming very close to this down there. And if that happens, we're in trouble. Yes, ma'am.
So if, Texas decides to be its own country,
Texas
that-
can't,
huh?
Texas can't,
Why did you do that?
because, the governor wants to become president.
Huh?
The,
He wants to seem like he's a leader and he's strong. If Texas tried to succeed, Biden will automatically send everybody out of Fort Hood and a couple of other forts to Texas Capitol, arrest him, and then he will be executed in about a couple of days, according to the 14th. Authoritarian. Somebody read that.
Authoritarian or authoritarianism is a type of government where one political party is the elite that controls all the political functions within government for their benefit of a specific political group. An example of a country under the control of an authoritarian government is China. China's Communist Party controls every part of the government process on the national, regional, and local level.
Yeah, this is no joke. China, in order to move forward in China, you have to be a Communist Party member. Now, mind you, China hasn't really been communist for about 30 years because they switched over to a market-based system, but the Communist Party is communist in name. If you want to be in the social circles, if you want to be good in economics or whatever, you have to be either a member of the Communist Party or know somebody who's in the Communist Party, or be friends with people who are in the Communist Party to get things done on every level. China has a system just like us. Only difference is an authoritarian control by one political party. China uses that too, and they created what is called a social credit score. How many of you have heard that one? Oh, social credit score. All right. How many of you have a Facebook account? Let's see your hands. Okay. How many of you have a G account? Okay. So I'm going to give you some advice just in case you travel to China one day. Okay. First of all, leave your phone at home.
Oh, like at home, you know.
At home, what you mean?
Listen to me. You go to China or go on a trip to China, leave your phone at home. Put it in a box somewhere, turn that bitch off. Go to Walmart or somewhere, buy a new phone. Totally clean. Don't put mama's address or anything in it, just a totally clean phone, just let everybody know the number. Then when you go to China, when you get off the plane and they look at your passport, the second thing they will take from you is your phone. They will put at least 2 to 3 apps on that phone. An app to track you, Facebook, and Instagram. Their Instagram and Facebook will show you your social credit score, which, since you will all be foreigners, you will have an 800 credit score. That means you're allowed to go throughout the country, but you are monitored. So if you do well, my credit score is 970 here. But if you do well,
You've been
your credit score will increase when you go there.
you've been trying. It's pretty.
So that's happening.
So that's happening.
Yes, and it's a beautiful country. But this is what happens here. If you go somewhere where they tell you they'll take points from your credit score.
Oh.
If you get below 500, you're not allowed to go to movie theaters, you're not allowed to go to open markets, you're not allowed to go to malls, you're not allowed to go to public parks. You're only allowed to go to certain government areas in which they can monitor you closely.
So it's like a jail.
Right. It depends on
Go
your
somewhere you're not
score.
supposed to go, you go, yeah.
But if you have a score over 800, you go anywhere. You have a score of 1,000, which is a perfect score, you can get government clearance to go almost anywhere in that country. But if it gets below 500, they restrict your limits so
Okay,
much, it's
well-
almost like your own council.
How do you gain points?
Yeah.
Being good,
How you be
being
good?
nice, following the rules.
Yeah.
Who's giving you the point?
The government's giving you the points.
And they just know that you're doing this.
Yeah, because everywhere you go, in every city in China, even into the rural areas, you look up on the phone poles, what do you see? Cameras.
Oh.
And you think we use AI? No, we don't use AI. They use AI like a bitch. Everything is AI. Everything, they use it, they track you.
Wow.
They know who you are. And they listen to your calls. You can hear it. When I call my wife over here, I can hear them.
You can hear them
You can hear them.
listening to you?
Your wife's in China?
No, my wife was here. I
Oh,
called her from China on the phone
oh,
and I could hear them tap it.
wow.
That's federal. Mm-mm.
But I'm in China.
You in jail.
I'm in China. They're listening. They can listen. They're allowed to. That's their country. And since I didn't say anything about where I went and everything, my credit score.
Oh, so you're not supposed to tell where you at? Wait, what?
I didn't tell my wife. I told my wife I was at the hotel, even though I wasn't at the hotel. I was on a base doing research like I was supposed to, and because I kept quiet, it's horrible. And that's how they. do it.
Right.
Social score. You have a credit score. You have a social credit score. But if you were a kid and you did some shoplifting or something, yeah, it's a little warm. You did some shoplifting, your credit score would go below 800, go below 700. Say if you're a mother, you have children, and your social credit score goes below 750, they will take your children.
It's
750, take your children.
Yeah.
Not 500 taking children?
No, 750, because they feel that you're not a fit mother for society.
Yeah, could it be living in
Is it still a
China?
thing, like if you have too many kids, they'll take them, or like.
You're allowed to have 2 children.
Yeah, that's what I said, they still have
And two
2
children.
children.
It was only 1 child.
Yeah.
What do they do when you have, if you have like triplets?
Yeah,
That's not their fault.
right.
Stop having sex.
Oh, whoa, stop having sex, my first time having a kid.
That's not
It's
like.
3 of
That's
them.
not they can control.
Abort the child.
Abort all 3 of them.
Or you could do what a lot of parents did, especially during the 1 child times. What they would do, a mom would have a baby and she would throw it into a ditch.
Could you not
They
give
not
it to somebody?
adopted.
Could you not give it to somebody who doesn't
Do
have
they
a
not have
child?
the adoption? They're being,
They
it's
don't
like
have
a lot of
Some
people.
go through adoption, but the government will approve which ones are going to be adopted.
What?
Can you not give them to a family member who doesn't have a child?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
So you gotta kill your kids, it's a lot. of
So what
kids
if you
that-
move down there and you have more than 2 kids? Is they like, yeah, no, you can't live here?
Well, first, if you move there, they will make sure you're educated
Okay.
properly. And then they will take your kid away for about 6 months, so they're educated properly, and then you're behind it. We learned all of this during that. They bring you back together, because for 6 months you were separated from your children because you're being educated.
Up to their standards or something?
Up to their standards.
Why we can't be educated together?
Educated about them, how you should live,
Even with all 3 of your kids? Okay, at least you get to keep your kids.
and that's how they do that. And that's.
But while you're there, you came with 3 kids, you cannot have any more kids.
Right, you're done.
That's cut off. That's cut off.
What if you come back to the country, have kids and then go back, you know what I'm saying, and then.
You
Right.
gotta do something about it.
Oh.
They have like a.
You gotta do something about it.
That's. They have kids in China. 3, 2 max.
Next. Next.
At
Remember,
least they took.
this country has 2.1 billion people in it. 2 kids, that's it. And you're lucky that they changed that policy just last year.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, they just changed.
Because remember, the 1 child policy was last year.
Yeah, I didn't know they had to update it too.
And then, I mean, mothers literally, who has Prime Video?
Me?
Okay, there's a documentary about this. And it just shows you where you will pass by an underpass. You know how those underpasses are when you're on the highway and everything, the bridge, and you look under the underpass, you see all these skeletons in there. Where mothers bring their children.
But dang, they don't go to jail for killing their kids?
No, because the law is limiting you the number of kids,
So
so
if you wanna kill kids, just go to China.
just 30 kids.
Yeah.
But this is also part of their score. If you're part of a certain ethnic group, you automatically, where if you're part of the regular Chinese group, you'll get 1,000 points. But if you're part of the Uyghurs, have you guys heard about the Uyghurs?
Is that? Uyghurs.
It's a Muslim ethnic group in China.
Hmm.
I know you'll have, but no, that's what they're called. They're Uyghurs. And they've launched terrorist attacks in China. So what China has done, rounded up all 20 million of them. Put them in re-education camps, split them from their children, put them in their own camps. People stay there for at least 6 months. Some have been there for 7 years. If you are considered re-educated, they will let you out into society. No, you will not get your child back.
Whoa, but can you fake it though, like that you got it?
No, they watch you.
So you can't fake like you
No.
understand?
But you won't get your child back. The Uyghurs will never get their children back because they're educated separately in a school and then they're given to Chinese families to raise.
Oh.
But they can't take
No,
the one kid.
So it's a form of it,
yes,
but you can't adopt a kid.
no.
So you gotta act down to adopt a kid.
Right.
And kids they'll know if you're acting up. Because when the children go to school, public school, the teachers ask them questions. About their family, and kids will tell everything about their family because kids.
Okay.
But that's an authoritarian system. And how those rules apply depends upon your connection to the local party. And they watch you, they control every aspect of your life. I mean, it's no fuck around and find out, you mess up. Okay, that social score. But once you reach 500, you cannot leave your home.
What?
Once you leave go 500, you cannot leave your home. At 4,
Yeah.
no,
So how you get your food?
they have to deliver it. Remember, you're basically under house arrest at 500. At 400, they put you in a re-education camp.
What if you don't got a phone?
You don't have communication.
Yeah, no.
Trust me, all the things that you thought, no, they thought of.
Yeah.
Can you raise it from 500?
Yeah, be good.
Yeah, but how come you can't go outside?
Serve your time.
And what's your time? What would be the time?
Take the courses they give you of the videos.
Like sitting around.
Oh, so it's basically like do your videos and then you get to rate
Do your videos and your score goes up.
Oh, so like you get a ticket, you can go to like 3 classes and they'll take it off, something like that.
Well, it comes up. When you reach 600, you can go out. When you reach 750, you can go to small stores, but you still can't go to the big stores. Once you reach 800, you can start going to the mall and stuff again.
Oh, no.
You get a chance.
You gonna tell me when I can go to the mall?
You gotta be a good citizen. All the stuff that you guys see out here and everything, how we act and even people act a fool and stuff, you know. Sisters, I'm gonna be real with y'all. When y'all get mad, y'all get all boisterous and doing all this stuff. No.
You going to jail?
No, because they will roll up and they will have no problem putting a stick to it.
Crazy.
So, yeah, it was a fun 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
We learned a lot there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was right before COVID. And boy, got an education. And I know they're much better with the techniques now. So, but yeah. China doesn't play. They're pure authoritarian. Yeah. Somebody read that one.
Democracy. A democracy is a government that is controlled by the people. The people are responsible for running the day-to-day operations of government. Every decision made is decided by the majority vote of the people. Democracy as it exists in this form is called a pure democracy. Democracy allows for pure participation in the political process, but throughout history, this process usually breaks down. Eventually, one of two things occur in a democracy. The people usually give all of the power of the government to a dictator, or the people provide an opportunity for a dictator to take power due to the lack of political participation.
Every democracy that has ever existed on earth have failed
That's crazy, cause why? I feel like that's. like-
because people get lazy. And they give their power up to somebody to do the day-to-day business.
That's so-
Think about your days. Think about what y'all do every day. You know how tired y'all get at the end of the day sometimes? And you all have to make decisions for the government, right? But what if I come to you and says, look, I know y'all tired, you do all this work, you got the kids and everything. Why don't I vote for y'all? Just give me permission to vote for you.
One person to vote for all of us.
Right. And I will go to every one of you one-on-one, and then you tell your friends and everything, they all give me that power, right? Before you know it, I have enough votes, just myself, to override anybody else. And I can give myself more power, and guess what I am? I'm a dictator. But you know what? Anyway, but I'll make you guys happy. Life is good. You can do your work and everything you want to, taxes are low. I make y'all feel good until the time when I can't make you feel good. And then by that time, what you gonna do about it?
Anarchy.
Sounds like.
Yeah, but before it gets there, I'm in control of the military, so it's 5 a.m. coming at you.
Okay, so what countries have like tried this?
Democracy?
Yeah.
We tried it a little bit and we changed our government real damn quick. Greece, Rome, to name some of the ancients, many countries in Africa, several countries in Europe. Everybody tries it. Everybody realizes it's a bad idea. And they all fail. Democracy doesn't work.
Nice.
True democracy. doesn't
You
work.
ever seen the movie,
Which one?
The Dictator?
No, I haven't seen that crazy ass movie. I know who's in it. Read that one, please. Go ahead.
A form of government that is controlled by a family is called a monarchy. The understanding of a monarchy includes a royal family with kings, queens, princes, and princesses. In this form of government, power changes hands through family inheritance. At the start of the 20th century, most governments throughout the world were run by monarchies. By the end of World War II, monarchies throughout the world no longer existed.
Why?
They got.
Who became the most powerful country in the world after World War II?
British.
US.
Huh? And what do we preach? Freedom. Does freedom exist?
No.
But we preach it, right? And that's what the world took it, and they overthrew their monarchies or changed them into constitutional monarchies.
Because like, doesn't like the royal family, they don't really have any power.
They haven't had any power since 1920. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Isn't the Bahamas considered?
Part of the British royal realm, but no, not anymore. They've gotten out of it. They're part of the Commonwealth and they're beginning to leave that too, since King Charles got to the throne. But King Charles may not live that long because looks like he has
He got cancer.
Yeah,
Yep, I just saw that.
and been there for a while.
But what about the brother?
Wouldn't it, oh yeah, doesn't
It
it
will
go
go to
with
his
the
son.
Oh,
Yeah.
So if they don't have no, I'm confused. If they don't have no power, who has power and what are they doing?
The British Parliament has all the power. But what the monarch does It's more like the executive authority that the president has here.
Okay.
Only difference is they just approve laws.
So the Parliament like the Senate?
The problem is the Senate and the House of Representatives all put together.
Okay,
So you have the House of Commons and the House of Lords. So two houses, and they come up with different bills and laws, and they pass those laws. In the monarchy, the king or queen, they just simply sign off. So if it passes both houses,
do
the
they
king,
get to
queen
veto?
can't object, they just sign off.
Oh, they can't veto?
No.
So they have to sign?
They have.
So like,
Well, that, a lot of this changes started after the British Civil War in the 1600s. Yes, ma'am.
so like it'll go to George and his family and then his son.
Unless George advocates, and you know who he goes to?
It still don't go to the.
That's Derek.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
But I thought you
Because I'm
said
sure
you
they-
left
they
it
not
on
gonna
there.
let that
I never
happen.
really paid
Yeah, that's
attention.
He left his
they're not
duties,
gonna let it happen.
he left his duties, but he hasn't advocated his term.
They're not gonna let him get the title. I don't see that happening.
But Prince George can do it. He can say, I don't want this.
He's not going.
He's
to.
not, but he's not going
It
to.
goes to Harry.
He's not going to.
Mm-mm, he's not.
I
going
wish
to.
Harry don't want that responsibility.
But
Honestly.
Harry,
like,
like, he's
that's
chill, I feel
good.
like he
I can
could,
imagine the shitstorm that would happen
oh, yeah.
if George gave that up and Harry accepts it. I'm like,
Oh, Harry's gonna accept it for sure.
I was like,
I can't wait to see it change.
shit
There's
about
gonna
that.
be some change.
I just watch it for entertainment value.
Yeah.
I would watch it for
Because
entertainment
the
value.
people part of that royal, like the royal wedding, I was like, why is George Clooney there? Why are these people there?
Let's say Prince Charles dies today. I mean, King Charles dies today. Prince Harry will become king. George will become king. And that means Harry is number two to the throne regardless.
Oh,
Even though George has children,
Right,
however, those children are not old enough to assume it, so it'll go to
Right.
Harry for the time being. So everybody gonna be watching it, so.
It's gonna be just like when the queen.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
because really, if it was up to the queen, it wouldn't be a King Charles. It was up to her.
Yeah, because of Princess Diana, all the.
Somebody read that.
I don't even know.
Next government.
Oligarchy, the
Mhm.
form of government that is controlled by a small group of people for their political, social, and economic benefit is an oligarchy.
Mhm.
The best example of a government controlled by an oligarchy is the Russian Republic. Even though the Russian government is elected by the people, the Russian president and members of the oligarchy control the political, economic, and social outcomes of the country.
Oligarchs are nothing but organized crime. It's for real, organized
Like
crime that
gangs?
controls the country.
cause
I'm crying.
Yeah, because they charge it, but I will tell you, Putin has 2 years to live. And the reason why I said that is because they're losing $2 billion a day.
Oh, for what?
Damn.
Because of the war.
Oh.
The United States has seized their money, 97% of their money. They would make about $2 to $3 billion a day. The United States seized that money, making interest off of that money.
Can we not put that into our?
Yeah, we are doing it.
Okay.
Remember, making interest off that money, we keep it, we're only gonna give the principal back. That's how we are. So, since they're suffering that loss like that, what do you think is gonna happen to leaders like that? You're losing $2 billion a day. What would you do? No, I'm gonna ask my girl over here. If you were losing $2 billion a day and it was my fault, what are you gonna do to me?
You go, yeah.
No, let's put it more street. Every day you come in this class, I take $500 from you.
I don't know why you're taking that.
I've never gotten that far. I'm so.
Oh, well, come in.
Never gotten that far.
But you see, now, let's put this in Elon Musk terms. You're losing $2 billion a day.
That's dumb.
What you gonna do?
You gonna get beat?
Well, if you do him, he don't give a shit.
Right. He can make that back. Real quick.
What's happening is they're slowly killing all of his advisors.
Yeah, that's
For
what
the last year, No, that's the old Russian message. We kill everybody around you, then when there's no one else, we get to do it.
Yeah.
So since January of last year, they've been killing everybody around. People got heart attacks, strokes.
Sure.
Bullets to the head, we kept them in stores, home invasions, cars exploding.
Yeah.
And that's the oligarchs telling you better get this shit settled. That's why Putin has asked for peace talks. Because he's gotta get this war settled before they get to him. And, but when his last advisor dies, he knows time's up.
Goody.
Because they're gonna be out there, $2 billion a day? Could you imagine that? $2 billion a day? I mean, Elon Musk lost $80 billion and says, sorry,
That's so crazy.
I lose $80, I'm about to shoot everybody. Somebody read that one. This is what we are. Go ahead, Josiah, you read that.
A form of government where the people choose their, policy,
Political elites.
political elites to operate the daily
Activities.
activities of government to call a Republican. The best example of a Republican country is the United States. The United States is considered a Democrat Republican because it consumes both Democrat and Republican elements. The United States elects its local religion and national representatives to run the daily activities of the government. Some government decisions on the local and religion levels.
Regional levels,
Regional levels are made directly by the vote of the people.
which is democracy. So this is what we are. We are a democratic republic. We are a Republican country. We elect our elites. We do have elements of democracy through referendum or petition where you guys can vote on government policies. But that's it. Everything else you elect. And you don't even elect the president because when the Constitution was created, they created a filter called the Electoral College because they didn't think that you were educated enough or smart enough or learned enough to choose your president. Because it's very easy, and this is what he has said if he wins re-election. That once he becomes president again, he will declare martial law in state of emergency, and he will use his power for 30 days to handle the issues down south in Mexico. However, he will be kind of a dictator for 30 days. And what do you think his enemies are gonna do? And he, Donald Trump,
A dictator where?
here,
I knew it was him.
he will suspend habeas corpus. Only thing he has to do is declare it a state of emergency.
Who's that other man that's running for president?
The president, Joe Biden?
The other one.
DeSoto's not running no more.
Oh, he not.
No.
He said the president.
I don't want DeSoto, oh, I'm good on DeSoto too. He can-
Yeah, I was.
Or DeSantis.
DeSantis, oh,
I said
So-
DeSoto.
well, if DeSantis had won the nomination for the Republican Party, our governor would have been his friend.
Is that the dude from Florida?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a Stitt would have been his running mate for vice president. So we dodged another bullet. Now we gotta dodge another bullet.
Still getting a raise? And like this big bullet, is it like a bazooka?
Really, we're not dodging too many bullets.
We're not.
I mean, you just don't know. Even though he seems like an old man that's kind of out of his mind up there as President Biden, that man's crazy. And he holds grudges. That man keeps receipts. No, he keeps receipts. He does not play. And all of his political enemies haven't been able to work in years because he found a way to get rid of them.
So it's just gonna be them two running again?
Yes,
Oh, Lord.
I would tell you to pick the old man because that's the lesser of two evils, but We don't got a choice. But this is what we are. And even a Republican country like ours can easily be taken over by a dictator. It's just a little bit harder. Somebody read that one.
Bureaucracy is a government controlled by the religious authority within the country. The best examples of bureaucracies are the nation cities, Afghanistan, and Iran. The leaders within the primary religion control the social, political, and economic outcomes of the country.
That's Vatican City. That's for us Catholics. Vatican City is a country on its own, even though it's in the middle of Rome. Only Catholics are allowed to go there. If you're a non-Catholic, you have to be escorted in by a Catholic. If, say, like the Italian government decides to just go up in there without any permission, France, Germany, Belgium, Luxembourg, Switzerland has pledged to defend Vatican City and will defend it. Those agreements are over 1,000 years old. And they will. So me as a Catholic, I can easily go up in there. But if you're not a Catholic, I can escort you in.
But how do you know if somebody's a Catholic?
Because of your passport, you have to show your passport.
You have to claim a religion.
Uh-huh.
You have to claim a religion on your passport.
Yes,
I don't remember.
all
doing that.
passports ask for your religion.
I don't remember doing that.
Hey.
Look at your passport.
I gotta go look at it, cause I don't know, I remember doing that.
It'll say unknown, atheism, or non.
So what if you change it like after the fact and be like, oh, I got this passport a long time ago and I just,
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
now that's what I believe in now.
It'll say Christian/Catholic. Because you're Christian first, your denomination's. And if you change, that's okay.
I didn't want to tell nobody.
What's
Somebody would know.
Afghanistan and Iran?
Afghanistan and Iran, they're Islamic republics.
What's republics?
Vote of the people or the legislator, however, by the end of the day, the overall ruling party is the Muslim clerics. They decide everything, even though the legislators may put forth rules and laws and everything, the clerics have to approve it. And they can override it.
So do the people that live there have to also be Muslim?
No, but you will be watched. And you will be considered in some countries a heretic. And it also depends on which denomination of Muslim. You could be a Sunni Muslim, or I forget the other one. But in Iran, Sunnis run that. And any other Muslim comes up in there, you don't trust them. And ladies, don't have but one boyfriend in countries like this.
But do they know?
Have multiple wives.
Right. Because you have multiple boyfriends, you're considered adulterous and they will. Adultery is death.
So basically, if they find out you got more than one boyfriend.
Yeah, you're done.
How would they know?
That's why you be a good sneaky.
If I got more than
People talk.
What about the men?
Men are severely punished. They kill the women, beat the hell out of them.
Also, but the men they can only have one partner as well.
Yeah.
But they don't die.
But you can have sex.
Oh,
You can have sex. You have to
So-
get married.
Hey.
No,
you gotta
but
be married to
listen,
have a sex?
you can get married for 1 hour, 5 hours, 8 hours.
What about that
3
meeting?
days.
You gotta go get.
No, you gotta get a license.
I'm gonna have to get married to everybody I'll be with.
You gotta go with a license.
But you could get married to everybody that you've been
It's
with.
a time limit marriage.
I wanna get married like. But you gonna have a whole bunch of marriages.
I just wouldn't be happy.
That's really,
At this point, it's too much.
it's really big in Iran, but time limit marriages are allowed.
That's too much.
So no divorce, nothing is.
No divorce. Time limit marriage, so if you wanna get married for now. you can.
disappeared.
Oh, so there's no divorce, but after the time is up, you are divorced.
No, you're just,
It's not married no more.
it's not married anymore.
Okay.
So can you be married forever?
Yeah, you can get that.
And you can marry with me.
So, but you can't get divorced, you have to be married forever.
So they don't got like prenups and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Someone said we got.
But regardless, it all goes to men.
It what? Huh?
So the money that y'all make together in 1 hour,
No,
all of it would go to the man.
no.
If, all right, say Spivey, you marry one of those guys for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Y'all go to Chanel, y'all go to buy Rolls Royce and all that stuff, you buy all that stuff.
Right, crazy.
When
but
the contract expires, it's up to the man to determine where that goes.
Crazy.
No, don't do that, because why would you just tell me to go spend all this money and then you talking about something you want it back?
Wait, so you don't share on?
What was the point?
What was that?
You don't share on, like, what I'm trying to say is.
There's
like, you
no
don't-
community
you
property.
don't, Right, like women don't, right, but we want after, before we get married, you know, like you record this, whatever. We don't get no say in nothing.
I mean, that's how
Maybe it's hearsay.
there. I mean, I feel like that's always been how it is.
Maybe it's hearsay.
Yeah, that's how it's like that.
So I mean, in Islamic countries especially, but in some Christian places, yeah, same thing.
I don't even play.
So, but I always thought that funny that you can get married for an hour, 5 hours, 8 hours,
I think that's kind of cool.
30 days,
Yeah, that is, but it's.
Yeah, I think that's cool, cause now you get to see if I wanna marry
a
you
year.
30 days.
free trial.
Yeah, free trial, you don't have to, you know, you don't gotta get no divorce, yeah.
an hour, a year. After a year, it's like,
Oh, after a year, it's like.
yeah, so.
You just have to keep on doing that year.
Just a year.
We do that year every time.
But they
Yeah.
did that because you know how people are. Y'all can handle a license for an hour, right? 2 hours, 5 hours.
Wait, you said we could what?
Handle a marriage for an hour, 2
Yeah.
hours, 5 hours, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Could you be married for 8 hours?
You don't marry nobody.
I think I can marry for you.
Well, if that's the only way that you can have.
Intimacy.
It's all you can do.
We don't first, no.
I mean.
What about you, Josiah? Would you marry somebody for an hour?
No,
8 hours?
no.
Just a hunch, like, that's stupid.
Like, just don't hunch, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
And once y'all go there, y'all go on a lunch and y'all go sign in here. Yourself, here,
Check that out, but imagine if that's the only way you can do that.
I'm sorry.
Because, Josiah, let's just say this. You live there, you're Muslim,
That's terrible.
the girl is smoking. She won't you.
The girl's
What you gonna do?
She wants you.
Oh,
Yeah, she on your side. You gonna marry her or what?
There's how I was raised, and then there's how, if I was raised differently.
Yes, sir. Could you marry her for 8 hours?
Sure, I could, but I wouldn't have sex, like I could just be married for 8 hours and like.
But that's the point.
But that's the point that like, again, how I was raised versus how I was raised over there.
Okay,
Would you, yeah.
so you can get the lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like that, yeah.
Yeah.
To do this trying to have sex, that's gonna stop a lot of just having sex, so
nice.
it's gonna stop a lot.
I respect it, I respect it. No. Cause a lot of brothers was like, oh, hour.
Yeah.
They got what you 5 minutes.
Oh, they 5 minutes.
Or some people, 8 hours.
All they need. But that's crazy though, that's how you know that's all they want.
Then I'm out. And but some women, 8 hours, then I'm out.
But I feel like that gotta be like a.
But in a lot of Islamic countries, especially.
We talk to Naive and see if he knew anything about this. Yeah. Yeah.
Look it up. Now, somebody read this.
We're not doing that for 8 hours.
Somebody-
Alright, 5, you know, 5 minutes.
Ma'am, could you read this, please?
A total period of government controlled by one individual that dictated the political, social, and economic activities of a country. The best example of a country under totalitarian control is North Korea. The North Korean government under its dictator controlled all aspects of life and society.
Yes. In North Korea, Kim Jong-un is God.
Very.
No, he determines who goes to school, who gets a home, who gets an apartment, who has to stay in the country. He determines who gets running water. He determines who gets food.
I can't just pay my bill.
Wait, I'm confused, why, what?
He's
How
got
do you control that as one?
Who allowed him?
because he has people to make sure.
Who allowed him to do this? Who put him there?
Like,
Who can get food, who can't get water?
You see,
Who can go to
his dad, he said his dad.
His father put him in charge.
His dad been to the
His
what?
father raised him to be that way.
The Marino.
The burrito.
The
burrito.
Fuck that burrito.
No.
That burrito. I don't got nothing to do with it, you know?
His grandfather started out as the leader of North Korea after they split in the 50s. Then his father took control, and then he took control.
That don't make you God.
This man, he was educated in Switzerland, primary school, went to college in England. Guess where he got his master's degree?
United States.
In the United States, at Harvard School of Economics.
Duh.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, the United States have educated more dictators in this world than any other country.
Just to go against.
Just,
That's crazy.
we have.
Literally, that's why we're getting more with it.
So there was a challenge in his family a couple of years ago against him. He killed all of his cousins.
Tom.
He killed, he killed his uncle,
I'm just playing, y'all, I'm just playing.
but he has no heir.
He has no air.
That
Oh, he
means-
don't have no kids.
Oh, he don't have no.
He has no heir.
So that means
But his
that could
sister,
change.
has a son.
Oh, okay.
So she had to prove herself. So Kim Jong-un's brother, who was an international gambler and was believed to work for the CIA, was going through Tokyo Airport. And Lord and behold, he sees his sister. I have to see, what are you doing out of the country? You see them on camera talking. And she gives him a big hug, and then you see him jerk. And then she's talking to him and gives him a kiss. And she hugs him again. And she leaves, and we know that she got on the plane and went back home, North Korea. 2 hours later, he's dead. What she did, she injected him with serum. Because Kim Jong-un says, kill him.
Yeah, cause he can't, yeah, right.
And it was to show her loyalty to him.
So her son could be the next person.
Because it's like our son will be God.
Yeah.
Because Kim Jong-un, a couple of years prior to this, killed her husband. Because he was considered uneducatable.
Oh.
He was.
So he decide who died, we know.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah, yeah, he God,
but
right.
guess what he loves?
What he love?
NBA basketball.
Bob.
All those times that Dennis Rodman's been over
I was
there.
about to say Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, he loves NBA basketball.
They be on podcasts together.
When he was going to school over here, he was always at an NBA game. He loves NBA basketball. That's his passion.
But at least you know you safe if you go over there.
Nobody's gonna overthrow him. Why? What's the number one reason why nobody will invade that country and overthrow him?
Cause he got connect.
Army,
He got
The army
connect.
has what?
them big old nukes.
Lasers.
Nukes.
Oh,
I thought we do too, though.
Oh, we have 30,000 of them. He has 500. Only takes one
Right.
to start a war which would destroy us all.
And we got like a bomb now, like what, in the world, like.
Yeah, then we have here too.
We have thermonuclear weapons that, you land it down at Tinker, it's gonna come up with.
Oh, so it's gonna get us.
Yeah, so,
oh,
but actually, what will most likely happen since Tinker is in the valley, it will blow up. But they will hit Vance Air Force Base in Ada over here, and that will kill us. Instantly. Say like after it goes off in the air, after we notice the air burst, I would say we have 30 seconds.
Oh, shoot. We don't got
We
no
won't-
time.
We won't-
30
No.
seconds.
I can tell you, if you know what it is, when it happens, walk outside.
Walk outside.
Because the world would be better, I would rather have it done quick than the world after that.
Yeah, everybody gonna die then if they bomb.
Oh, so you telling us to just go, you know, just get ourselves.
Because 30 seconds after an air burst over Vance Air Force Base.
It's got a bump.
we're gone.
Yeah, bunker you would.
Wait, so our own government has some, wait, I missed the whole first half of this. Say that again.
All right, if a nuclear weapon goes off at Vance Air Force Base up in Ada.
Okay, but they wouldn't evacuate us.
There'd be no time.
It wouldn't be good time, the first 30 seconds, we're dead.
No, I'm not talking about that. If they know that they're gonna use it, they wouldn't try to evacuate people.
Where would you go?
I mean, is it gonna destroy the whole state? The whole,
It would take only 5 to destroy the state. Where would you go?
Canada,
How you gonna get there?
Canada's an ally to the United States that actually has US nukes up there. What do you think they're gonna do?
You know, I'll just,
They hitting all our shit.
If we're,
I'm just not thinking.
if there's a nuclear weapon that goes off at Tinker and Vance, we're in a full war. And it would be better to stand outside.
just to see.
It'll be a history too.
I'm just pray the whole time.
Right, the whole time, I mean the whole time, God, please.
You won't feel it. You won't feel it.
And that's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's how, real bad,
You will see a big bright light in it.
yeah.
Oh, that's, you see that on.
That's good right there.
So you telling me the radiation from all the way over there in Ada, when that bomb hit,
It's gonna get
Ada's on the whole other side of the different side of Oklahoma.
Look, when these things come down, they come down here, and then when they hit 10,000 feet, it airbursts. That means it's designed to get a large area. So if it hit an Ada, it's pretty much taken out pretty much all of northern Oklahoma, southern Kansas.
Oh, dang.
Oh, no, I can just go home.
Yeah, I can
go a lot.
but I'm still getting hit.
Martin's gonna get hit. It's the largest.
You're right. That's why I had to think about it. I forgot.
Oklahoma has 2 of
Just
the
kidding.
largest United States military bases in the world.
Does it really sound like they air base?
Yes,
Yeah, we're done.
Kansas City's gone because of that air base. Look, in southern Oklahoma, all the way into Texas, into New Mexico, you have silos out there with nuclear weapons in them. So when we know we're at nuclear war, the first thing you'll notice condensation trails coming from the ground, multiple. You know, they just launched those missiles. You know that. Okay.
When they hit Oklahoma first though, weren't they hit like?
No, we would
West
see them coming. That's one of the reasons for Space Command and Space Force. We would see them, we would try and stop.
But weren't they trying to hit like either DC or somewhere in New York or like LA or
Okay.
San Francisco?
Wouldn't you go for the heart first though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Kansas, wasn't it?
No.
The heart of Oklahoma, or the heart of the United States.
No one important, no one.
You know, but they have the air base there though.
First of all, if you are,
All the airplanes.
even by North Korea, they tried to take out your defensive and offensive capabilities first. That's Vance Air Force Base, that's Tinker Air Force Base, that's down at Lawton, United States military base. Those bases, number 1, 2, 3, gone. I mean, you gotta do that. Then you gotta try to get rid of all those silos in southern Oklahoma and North Texas and mid New Mexico.
So
We try to knock those out. But by the time those missiles are coming right over to Earth, those missiles are launched. It's over. The moment you see those missiles go off, you know the world.
Oh, shoot.
I can't wait for that.
And I would tell you,
Goes on South Screen.
what I would do if I noticed that, I would say, everybody, let's go outside.
No, okay, go back.
Let's go outside and do some stretching.
Go.
I would say, let's go outside and do some stretching.
Stretches is crazy.
Have you seen like Wolverine? Like you know how it started like and they were fighting with the Japan or whatever, and then the bomb came, and then you know how you got under that?
Yeah.
You think that's gonna work? Or we still going?
See, that was an atomic bomb. We have what they call thermal nuclear weapon.
Oh, so
There ain't no, you're not getting out of it?
that's worse than atomic bomb?
Right, so I just gotta.
One low yield thermal nuclear weapon is equivalent to 100 Hiroshimas.
Oh, we're done.
So imagine one low yield thermonuclear weapon is equivalent to 100 Hiroshimas.
I thought that was something.
Hiroshima, you know, that's 100 of them. One
God.
low yield one. What will be coming down from space from these guys and everybody else is definitely high yield.
Who thinks of something? Who made that?
It all started with the movie, watch the movie Oppenheimer and you'll understand where it all began.
I don't get, but we're going to war, so regardless, there's gonna be a winner of the war.
No.
So they would rather kill both sides.
Yeah, it's gonna be done, the whole world gonna be done.
So why would you do that? Like, I don't understand why you would do that.
Sometimes people just want to see the world burn.
Oh, shoot.
So we would rather see the world perish
Yes.
You dying
Then lose
too.
power.
than.
But you losing the power.
So, and they want the world restored.
I'm gonna need them to figure out Mars because
Yes, ma'am.
I need to tell here.
Yeah, but that's why he has nuclear weapons now. To make sure his power is solidified. So that if we attack him,
You know he
he
can't fight back.
attacks us. Then what we would do is we would launch our nukes at him in China, China would hit us. And since China has a new pact with Russia, Russia would hit us.
Oh, dang, we
England
done.
would hit them. Europe would hit them. Japan would hit them.
Okay,
Japan would hit China.
okay.
Japan would hit North Korea. South Korea would hit North Korea.
How likely is this to ever happen? Like honest, like.
South America.
Yeah, what Africa doing?
Where we are right now, how likely? We're at about 65%.
65.
For what? 65 what?
It's gotten dangerous in the last couple of years with nuclear weapons in life.
So like, no, but I'm talking more like this fight.
Between North Korea and the United States?
Yeah, I guess that's what it would be.
Um,
Or do you think this will get figured out before that?
if somebody get brave, they can take care of it today.
How you get brave? What's getting brave?
Go take them out.
Kill the family off.
Clean the whole family.
That's what you, I mean.
I mean, you gotta be a great
Race the
mother for
bloodline.
that.
They would, if somebody within the military would take care of this, we would trust their military more than them.
Wait, who's military? South Korea? I mean, North Korea? Yeah, you'll be able to, yeah.
All right, I know we kind of got off the tangent, but regardless, in a totalitarian society, he controls everything. But one of the reasons why he has nuclear weapons is for that reason. That no one can be thrown here, no one can stop him. And if he feels as if the United States or any other country has treaded on him, he will launch that weapon. If those weapons that he has can't make the US. I mean, the closest country that it'll make, I mean, part of the United States that it can make is America, so it's Hawaii.
Okay.
However, if he launches, we're gonna launch back at him. Then China will launch at us, which their missiles can hit us. And then we'll launch at China, then Russia will launch at us. We'll launch at Russia, Britain will launch at Russia, most of Europe, France, Germany will launch at Russia. Japan will launch at Russia, China, and North Korea.
But once China hit us, wouldn't we be done though? Yeah, so.
So all the little launches that you hear me just mention is just overkill. I mean, because all the countries that launch into Russia, into China, Russia will launch back. It's over. It really is.
So you think it's gonna be another one? Or what you think?
Do you think there will be a world war before, or will
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be a third one because we're stupid.
Oh, shoot.
People are stupid. We're gonna do it. I just hope it is just not a nuclear one. It is just, but there will be a third one. We're stupid. All right, we will finish this on Wednesday. It gets a little more. Yes, go ahead.
So, collaborative assignment, is it by itself